I wasn't going to talk to you on YouTube until you told me to. Okay? This is my question to you. Graces of Allah. The Bible talks about people with nappy hair and you know, talk about people with brown skin. And you made man in your image. So when I see you, when I see your face appear, right? I'm sorry, Mr. Bird, I didn't mean to scare you. But when your face appear, it's in the form of a white cloud. You got hairy face. You're all hairy. But every time I see your face, it's white. Every time I see your face, it's white. Is that just because you take an image of a cloud? When I see your face, the first time I seen your face was in the form, it took the form of a tree. It was white, right before the hurricane. Then I seen your face on the moon, looking down. Then I could see your face in the clouds, looking at me. I even seen your face at the foot of my bed. I never seen a black skin. I never seen you took a black skin. Never seen you took a black skin. Now, that's not saying that you're not black. But that's the image that you took. You made man in your own image. So, in the Garden of Eden, to my understanding, it's in Africa. Africa has warm climate. We're just talking today. I'm gonna get salad, but I'm just talking to you today. I asked you to walk with me. I might just get me a water and a salad. But you want me to get on a C8 bus for Montgomery County. So that's my question. Now, we used to, as a kid, there always was this white face of a Jesus. Always in the picture. Always in the picture, and that's what it was. Then, here it comes, people teaching of why we pray into a white picture. You know? But every time I see your face, I'm not, you know, I'm dark skinned. But every time I see your face, it's white. Every time. So the person that painted that picture, the first picture, they painted Jesus, because Jesus one time was God. Maybe that person had seen your face, and that's why they painted that picture. Because I'm going to tell you, the face that I see is hairy. Hairy on this side, hairy on this side, hairy, and his hair. So his hair, you know how a woman just go natural and just let her hair go? That's how your hair look on your head, but your face is hairy. So when you form Adam and Eve, maybe we all was the same color. I don't know. But when you made Adam and you made Eve from the rib. Right? You made Eve from the rib. Garden of Eden. Now in the Bible, I was reading the Quran, and it talks about the Garden of Eden. So when you made Adam and Eve, they had to be of the same complexion. Same complexion. You also said that to Eve, your birth will be painful. Here it is. Adam after he fornicated from you, he covered himself. He covered himself saying he was naked. And you said, who said you was naked? Who said you was naked? You know, who said you was naked? So him cover himself. I honestly believe from my reading, sir, I may be wrong, but I believe we all was light-skinned. We all was light-skinned because the Bible teaches that. You made people in your own image. So what I'm seeing you as pure. You're pure. Pure as white snow. Now, I'm not saying that you are the color of Caucasians. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you are pure. I'm saying you're pure as snow. I believe we all was made pure as snow. And when Adam and Eve sinned, they covered themselves. You made them dark. Now, I don't have scriptures to back that up, but I'm just going by what I see. Because if you made man in your image, and I'm seeing you clear as day, you're pure as snow. So you wouldn't make man darker than you. You wouldn't make man lighter than you. You would make man in your image. So we was pure as snow. Pure as snow. And because Adam sinned, and it had to be in Africa, because you got two of all kinds. Africa is the only place that have all these animals. Africa had to be the place where dinosaurs roamed. Had to be the place. The biggest land animal is the elephant. That's the biggest land animal is the elephant today. And an elephant is a gentle giant. I got to go to that Washington Zoo. I believe the animal's going to be... You remember, my Lord, and I went to Oklahoma Zoo? That grizzly bear just came right to me, to the window. Oh yeah, speaking of that, my Lord, I always asked you. You remember I went to Moore, Oklahoma, right after a tornado. And it was a school that you knocked down. I went up to the fence, and it says, and I asked you, before I got out the van, I asked you, my Lord, is it because of me, of what I went through, or what they did to me? And when I opened up, I don't know, it was a Bible or a book or something, it said because they are hard-headed people. They are hard-headed people. They don't listen. And I said, it scared me because it was like you talking to me. You said hard-headed people. Right after ES5 in Moore, Oklahoma, I went there. And you said hard-headed people. They don't listen. So I don't know what was going on in Moore, Oklahoma. I don't know what was going on before then. Then I'm seeing on the news the destruction that you allow to happen. And you told me in, 2007? You make hurricanes for me to drive in my truck to go towards the hurricane. I told President Obama, but nobody listened. You remember I was in Florida and the hurricane came? And people in Florida was walking around. I still got this mark on my finger. You see that? See my thumb? See my thumb? See that white part? Well, the door closed on my thumb. And it was a hurricane. I was in the hurricane. And all of a sudden, when I got out the truck, it was this. It was this. All it was a little wind. People was walking about. I couldn't believe it. I said, this is a hurricane? You said, when there's a hurricane, drive to it. That's why I'm making you a truck driver. If they want protection from the hurricane, drive to it. If they don't drive to it, so I'm saying in Louisiana, they get hit all the time. All I gotta do is get a load going to Louisiana. And that hurricane will have, I don't care if it's a 5, it will either weaken or go elsewhere. From what you're telling me. From what you're telling me. So, I'm just going by what the people was teaching me and what I'm seeing. They saying you had curly hair, which you do. You do have curly hair. And how they describe it, you had to be a black man. And I'm saying to myself, God is not black. God is not black. And I'm telling you some truth. I done seen his face many a times, and it's never black. Never black. It's pure white. I'm not saying white as Caucasian white. I'm saying white as snow. So, the picture that they painted as Jesus, as a white man, I'm not saying that it was right, because he's not that yellow. A Caucasian is not white. They are yellow. It's like a high yellow, but you are white. And when they sin, that's when you made them black. So they had pigmentation of being pure and black. And that's how all races came about. from what I see. Now, how the language came about, I don't know. I think because people spoke in tongues back then, that's how relations, that's how language came about. But I believe, now I don't have no scientific proof. I'm sorry, I gotta stop here. I gotta get some change for the bus. But from my understanding, I need something simple. Something simple. What we gonna get? Something simple. Peanuts. I can't get nothing hard candy. Can't get no hard candy. Oh, gummy one. How you doing, man? All right, yourself? Yes, ma'am.
Would you like a bag, sir?
No, ma'am. I thank you for asking.
Use the pen. Forget it. Never mind.
Thank you, ma'am.
Have a good day.
You too, ma'am. Yes, let me go back. And you said they're hard-headed people when I was in Oklahoma. Every time I see tornadoes now, and I keep going back to the time people preaching of Jesus had to be black. And I'm saying to myself, God made Jesus in his own image. He made man like himself. And what I see, he ain't Caucasian, he ain't black, he ain't Hispanic, he is pure white. Pure white. So when Adam sinned, that's when I believe he became dark. That's why he said, I'm naked. He turned dark. And their pigmentation was between pure and dark. That's how all races came about. And I believe Adam and Eve had children, and they had children of light skin and dark skin. That's how I believe all races came about. And the language, I believe, that they spoke in tongues, because in Acts to talk about that. They said they spoke, a mighty wind came and they spoke in an unknown language in Acts. So that's what I believe. But I don't have no scientific, but I'm just going by what I see. And you're pure as white. You're just as white as that vehicle over there. You see that? You see that white? You see that white vehicle? See that white vehicle? I don't know if you can see it. I can't, my phone was too small. But it's two white vehicles over there. You just as pure as white. Pure white. Well, why is this vehicle right here? When I see you, that's your face. And when I was walking, I was in Warsaw. I was walking. And when I was walking, I used to walk to Rappahannock Community College. And both sides of the roads was red eyes. Red eyes all over. Red eyes. Red eyes on this side, red eyes on this side. I used to walk. And I remember people in the country said, don't walk on the edge of the road because snakes. So, I wasn't born from the country. I was born in the city. So I was like, okay. So I used to see snakes on the side of the road. I never seen a snake rise. I never seen one. I'm not saying I want to see one, but people used to talk about snakes get up like this and rise. Every time I see him, he never rose on me. He never rose on me. I seen him in my dream. I seen snakes in my dream. They was walking in front of me. It was like they was clearing away. I have seen alligators in my dream. They was on my front porch. My daughter and me stepped on them. And they didn't do nothing. Then here I was, 2 days ago, I was walking home, there was 2 dogs. This dog came up and started greeting me. And the dog just starts talking to me. Like, go eat. Go eat. Eat. It's like the Lord used that dog. It's like, I don't know when the dog got loose, but like God got inside the dog and was talking to me, saying, go eat. Then this morning I'm walking, there was a rabbit about maybe, I wish I would have filmed it. It was about maybe 5 feet, and it was walking with me. And it will look at me, then he'll start eating. It was telling me, go eat. Go eat. And that's when I started saying to the Lord, I am not breaking no laws. I'm not breaking no laws because they hindered me. You're telling me to go east, and you're telling me to eat. If I don't get the money from BioLife, I'm not breaking no laws. And that's what, I'm not saying I'm not obeying you, Father. I'm saying that what I've been through, they don't believe in you. So I need for you to manifest to them. And that's when that spirit came to me about in Moore, Oklahoma. That EF5 came to Moore, Oklahoma, and I seen the destruction. And I walked up to the fence where that school was, and I opened that book, and it says hard-headed people. They don't listen. They don't listen. They don't listen. So that's the reason I was talking to you about. I will say walk with me because there goes, see that? He's pure white. I'm telling you, he's pure white. His face will take the form of a cloud and look at you. When there's danger, he'd be in the cloud looking down. He could take the form of the trees. His face can take the form of the trees. He can have red eyes on both sides of the road when you walk. It's all that. His face, the moon, that's when I knew that the sun in space is the Father. Because his face looks off the moon and still can see you at night. The moon is like a mirror. He can see you. At all times, he can see you. He can see you through clouds. He can see you. Then when you're inside the house, that's why you got insects inside your house, because the insect's eyes, he looks through the eyes. He can see you at all times. At all times, he can see you. So, if I had to preach a sermon, and I'm saying people talking about God is black and this and that, I'm saying, I will say, have you ever seen him? Have you ever seen him, the pure Father? Have you ever seen Jesus, the pure of Jesus? He's pure white. White as snow. So anything that you teach other than that is lies to God. because God is pure white. And I don't have proof, but when Adam and Eve ate from their mind, they was pure white. But when they ate from their mind, they turned black. God says, I will make your birth hard on a woman. So I believe when she was naked, she turned black. And that's how different pigmentation came about. God said I can't find none perfect. That's why Jesus was God in the Old Testament. He said, I couldn't find none perfect. So that's the reason why he destroyed the earth with water. But God rose on the he rested on the seventh day, came back the eighth day, and told them, send them to me. Because there still is no one perfect. There's no one pure white. No one. There's nobody pure white. Nobody. Do you hear me? Nobody is pure white but the Father. He's pure white. Pure white. So I'm not saying go buy the white picture Jesus. That's a Caucasian picture. It's a Caucasian picture. It's pure white. White as snow. That's his face. That's the color of his face. And he can form in a tree. He can take the image of a tree. He can take the image of the moon. He can take an image of a cloud. And he can see, and he can look down and he will see you. He can have a cloud come down like close to the earth like fog. See, I just seen a lightning bolt. Angel just came down. Angel just came down. I'm speaking pure. My voice is pure. I'm not misleading you. I'm telling you truth. He is white, pure white. Pure white. Pure white. And that's why he keep telling me white, white, white. He's not saying white as Caucasian. He's telling me pure. I guess he's telling me I'm not saying I'm the purest one. I'm not saying that in the Revelations they're going to be 144,000 with a mark on their face. I don't even know I have a mark on my face. Only thing I know, he communicates with me. Now, some people preach of saying about this and that. First thing I'm saying is that I don't understand this power that I have, or this communication that I have with him. I'm saying to myself that pastors should have this communication, because it's just like a gift to me, and I don't know what to do with it. I'm telling you, I don't know what to do with this. You know, they preach on faith and they preach on all these things. I don't know what to do with this. But the way they preach, it's like I'm supposed to be perfect. I'm not perfect. That's probably why he used me, because I don't know what to do with it. I don't know what to do with it. So that's why I get on YouTube, and that's why I talk to you and I tell you things. Then some people counteract. Then I have to go to God and say, look, man, they messing with me. And God might say, well, I sent that spirit down. Then I gotta repent. You know, I gotta repent. You feel me? I got to repent. I don't know all these things. I can't tell you I don't know the Bible from front to back. I don't know the whole Holy Quran front to back. I don't know these things. But they preach and want me to be perfect. And just because God used me, that don't mean that I'm supposed to know everything. I don't know everything. I just know what he tells me. And if he tells me that he sent something down, I forgive him. He always said, if I have a problem, come to him. And I do. I come to him. People might say, well, a person that have a relationship with God don't curse. I'm not perfect. That's why he used me, because I'm not perfect. I'm not trying to say that I'm the purest one on earth. I'm not the purest one on earth. I'm not the judge of that. God's the judge of that. I'm just telling you things that I see. And I'm telling you that God is pearl white. In Africa, it's so hot. It's so hot in Africa. People just say, well, that's why dark men come from. No. I believe God made you dark because of Adam's sin. He made everyone dark. He made everyone dark because no one's pure. There's no one pure as white. No one. That's why he gives grace and mercy. If that was the case, there will be a pure man walking, a pure human walking the earth right now. And that would be the only one God recognizes. And there's no pure white person walking the earth. There's not. We all sin. We all sin. So I just want to share that with you. And Moore, Oklahoma came to me because I remember reading that book. He said hard-headed people, they don't listen. And I remember in what year that was, 2013, 2015, something like that, 13, 14, 15, something like that. There was a kid in the school and the tornado took the kid from the mother's arms. Could you imagine you as a parent and your child is in your arms and you think that you got your kid secure, and here come a wind and takes your kid away? And God kept saying, you hard-headed people, you don't listen. So what going on in Moore, Oklahoma? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not God. I'm not God. But I know for one thing, if he did in Moore, Oklahoma for hard-headed people, there's some hard-headed people in Maryland. I know that for sure. Because all you got to do is see how they live. Just see how they live, especially church folks. And I remember somebody, a preacher, used to say, everybody go to church ain't gonna make it. And I kept saying, people in church, they should be the prime example. But this was a pastor taught me. He said, everybody that come into my church ain't gonna make it. They're not gonna make it. It's the ones that you think not gonna make it, gonna make it. The ones that you think is last is first, and the ones you think is first is last. With God. You know, so I don't know. I got like 37 minutes before my C8 comes. I want to go pick up a couple of things. So I'm just sharing that with you. God is white, pure white, and there's no pure white person on earth. So if you got this image of Jesus being black, now if he revealed it to you, go ahead and do it. But if you taking that in your imagination, because you reading that book, I'm telling you, it's not true. He's pure as white. He's so pure. And when the first time I ever seen him, it was a loud noise. You hear this, when I first started hearing we call these cart tiles, whatever, them things right here on the tree. See that things on the tree? See that thing on the tree? Whatever that is. Right there. See that thing on the tree? You see the noise they make? When I first heard that noise, I thought it was a tornado warning. And it was like God telling me, that's a tornado warning. This is what he was telling me. It's a tornado warning. Tornado is coming. Now, I don't know. But I'm walking. I thought it was a tornado warning. I'm looking in the sky and I'm seeing clear tornadoes. I'm seeing it. You know? So, I just want to let you know. I'm not saying you can put God however you want. But if he never revealed that to you, I just want to share that with you. He is pure white. He's not dark. He has his hair is like wool. His hair is just like wool. Face, I mean, it's like he never seen a razor in his life. And you see how a woman's come out with her hair natural? It's just like that. That's his face. That's his hair. Pure white. And he can form in trees. And I done seen him form in an animal. And this animal came to me. Like, this animal came to me and smelled me and was like overwhelmed because he smelled me. I'm telling you, this dog took a sniff of me and was like bowed down. Do you hear me? He bowed down. He just came and sniffed me and bowed down. Then the spirit, and they talking about the zoo, and the spirit is saying, go to the zoo. Go to the zoo and watch these animals. So I'm one of these days I'm gonna go to Washington Zoo, and I want to see, because this is abnormal to me. This is not normal to me. You know, people say I'm blessed, but this is not normal to me. I'm just letting you know this is not normal to me. You know, so I just want to share that with you, and be blessed. So I hope I gave you some true insight. So when you go to these flea markets or wherever you go somewhere and you pick up a black Jesus, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you want the truth, and Allah is my witness, He's my witness. He's pure white. Pure white. White as snow. White as snow. And hair wool. Yes, he is. And his eyes are flaming red. I'm talking about red as welding. You know how you weld something and it's red hot? That's how his eyes are. Red hot. So when you see like red eyes on the side of the road, that's God taking them. I guess God, that's his eyes in animals looking at you. Looking at you. He can take the shape of anything. He can get in anything. And believe me, that's why I tell you, you can play around with Jesus, but don't play around with that Father. He can get in anything. He sees everything. Don't nothing go past him. Nothing. So be blessed.